Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a little dose of reality.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Fins Talk. I'm your host, Steve Molloy. Hopefully, we got a good show tonight. I'm sure we will. It's Tuesday Therapy, a special show tonight. I want to get all of my Dolphin fans, I want to get your takes, your opinions, what you feel about the Miami Dolphins draft selections for 2025 upcoming season. So I want to get all those opinions, and I will give you mine as well. Thank you for joining the show tonight. I just want you all to remember, look, we are all Dolphins, okay? Whatever I say on the show or whatever opinions come up with some of the guests I have on the show, they're just opinions, okay? It's not set in stone. This isn't, we don't have a crystal ball up here. We don't know what exactly is going to happen. They're just opinions. So that's all. I just want you all to remember that. These are just our opinions. Everybody has an opinion, and I respect all opinions. All right. All right. So we're going to have Tuesday therapy. I'm going to be putting the link down there in the chat whenever I get some folks in here, and see if you all want to come up and just voice your opinions. You'll have the floor. So first off, I want everybody to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, down there in that little bell, hit subscribe, share with your friends, your families, and your neighbors. And let's get going on with the show. So first thing I want to do is I want to talk about our draft picks. I'm going to go ahead and start off by naming the draft picks and maybe a little bit about them, and then I'll give you my opinion of who I like and where I feel that the Miami Dolphins, what direction they're going into. What does it look like to me? All right, so the first round, pick number 13th, we picked Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan, 6'3", 331. Although I do hear sometimes he hovers around 340. So he's a big man. Specifically, he's going to play next to Zach Sealer, maybe even a little nose tackle. In 2024, he was a third-team Associated Press All-American. He was a second-team All-Big Ten. He started 12 games. He had 32 tackles. He had 6.5 tackles for losses. He had 3 sacks and 5 passes deflected. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if it was an injury situation or what with him, but he did not play in the team's Relay Quest Bowl win over Alabama. So he didn't play in that game. Why? I don't know. I'll have to do a little research on that. Or if anybody knows, it's in the chat. Let me know about Kenneth Grant. In round 2, pick number 5, and I know I'm going to butcher his name up, Jonah Salvinea, guard from Arizona, 6'4", 6'4", 324 pounds. Big boy. 2024, he was an honorable mention All Big 12 Conference. He started 11 games for Arizona. He had 5 starts at left tackle, and he had 6 starts at right tackle. And he was the team captain. I like that. I'm pretty sure we drafted him as a guard, and I like his versatility, though. I really do. Round 5. We didn't have a pick in the 3rd round or the 4th round. And we did have a pick in we had 2 picks in the 5th round. The first pick 5, was Jordan Phillips, defensive tackle, Maryland, 6'1", 312 pounds. He started all 12 games for Maryland in 2024, and he had 29 tackles. 29 tackles. Pick 13. We finally picked a cornerback. Pick 13 in the 5th round. Jason Marshall Jr. Jason Marshall Jr. from Florida, 6 foot, 194 pounds. In 2024, he started the first 7 games. He had 12 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 4 passes blocked, and 1 forced fumble. He missed the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. Don't like that. I don't like that. Although, hey, maybe it was his first injury. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like that was first injury he sustained in college. He was a 5-star recruit, top 35 overall prospect nationally, and he's from Florida. Then we had at pick 19th. I guess we had 3 in the 5th round. I didn't remember that. I guess so. All right. Yeah, we did. So pick 19, we picked safety, Dante Trader Jr. from Maryland, 5'10", 196 pounds. He played lacrosse in high school. He originally signed to play lacrosse for Maryland. Yep. Ended up playing safety. But in 2024, he was an honorable mention All Big Ten Conference. He started 10 games. He had 59 tackles, 1 interception, 4 passes blocked. He did miss 2 games due to injury. Doesn't specifically state what injury that was. Okay, so we had 3 picks in the 5th round. 6th round, 1 pick. Ollie Gordon, the second. Oklahoma State, big running back, 6'1", 226 pounds. In 2024, he was honorable mention All Big 12. He led the team with 808 rushing yards on 190 carries. He had a 4.6 average. He had 13 rushing TDs. I like that. He started all 12 games. Although he was arrested in July 2024 on a suspicion of DUI. Hopefully that's past him. And we all know what it's like at the Miami Country Club down there, right? So hopefully that doesn't affect him in any way. Then, of course, in the 7th round at pick 15, Quinn Ewers, quarterback. Yes. 6'2", 214 pounds. In 2024, he was the 2nd team All SEC, tied for 6th in the FBS with 31 passing TDs. He was 293 of 445 passes attempted with a 65.8 passing percentage. He had 3,472 yards. He did have 12 interceptions. He had 2 TDs rushing. Started 14 games, but he missed 2 games with an opolog injury. He threw a TD pass in each of his last 27 games. He was also featured on the front of the EA Sports College Football 25 game standard and deluxe editions. Interesting. Interesting. Then we picked, last but not least, pick 37 of the 7th round, Zeke Biggers. What a name. Zeke Biggers, big man, 6'5", 321. 6'5", 321. 2024, he was honorable mention, all ACC, tied for 4th in FBS he had 2 block kicks. That's great. Good special teams addition, maybe. Started all 13 games. He had 23 tackles. He had 3.5 tackles for loss. He had 1 sack, and he had the 3 passes blocked or deflected, and 2 block kicks. So there you have it. Our 2025 draft class. Well, let me give you my opinion on these guys and what direction I feel that the Miami Dolphins are going to. Number one. Hopefully, I don't know if this is the case. Looks like they're trying to become more physical. They got some big boys. So it looks like they're going into more of are trying to become more physical, right? That was a big beef with a lot of Dolphins. With me, I said the Dolphins had no physicality. Well, they got some big boys now. Let's see what happens with these guys. Hopefully, they will become more physical. That's 1. 2. It seems to me we drafted a running back. We drafted the guard. It looks like, and remember, we also got Addison, what's his name? What's his name? Madison, the other running back, right? Supposed to be a short yardage guy. Well, now we got Ollie Gordon the second. I like Ollie Gordon the second. It looks like we might be gearing towards a year where we will be running the ball more. But that's up to Mike McDaniel. That's going to be up to him. But that's what it looks like. It looks like we're getting physical in the trenches and we're going to run the ball more. If that's the case, I like that. I like that direction. Physical, run the ball more. It's exactly what the direction we need to go into. Let's see how it works out, right? So the pick I like Ollie Gordon. I like Kenneth Grant. I also like the guard, Jana. We'll see. We'll see how these guys work out. But if they do, and they have a highest ceiling as a lot of folks are saying they do or they have, and we got some good players. We got some big physical players, and definitely they're starters. They're going to be starters. Let's see how impactful they are. Let's see how impactful Jana is. Let's see how impactful Kenneth Grant is. We also got Jordan Phillips. Another, I'm not sure if he's going to be start. He will be in the rotation. I'm pretty sure he'll be in the rotation. So he's a good depth piece. Then we got Zeke Biggers. Maybe he's a special teams guy. Maybe he's going to be in the rotation as well. We'll see how that goes. Dolphins still have a lot of holes they need to fill, but they went in the direction that a lot of folks were pounding the table for. The trenches. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, there's no more excuses. There's no more excuses. I don't want to hear any more excuses that Tua needs an O-line. Okay? I don't want to hear it no more. It's done. They got their O-line. They got Jana. They got James Daniels. We got Big Patrick Paul. These Paul and the guard we just got, young guys. So we gotten younger as well. I wish we would have taken a cornerback higher, but I would have liked Barron. But we did take a safety and a cornerback in the later rounds. And then I also hear that they've been talking to Russell Douglas. Is it? I guess that's how you pronounce his name. So we'll see how if they pick up a cornerback in free agency. Look, anybody that's left over in free agency right now, they're just a veteran. They bring a veteran presence, but they're not going to be impactful. We're not going out and getting impactful players, big players, big splash players. It's not happening. It's not. So this is who we have, right? Maybe we do get a cornerback in free agency. I don't know. But remember, Chris Greer said, "Hey, I'm pretty happy with the safeties we have on, right now. We feel we have some starting safeties. They got Patrick McMorris. They got hey, how's it going, Raphael? Thanks for joining tonight, brother. It's Tuesday Therapy. In case you want to join the panel, I can drop the link. But yeah, they got Patrick McMorris. They've got a few other safeties besides McMorris. And the guys we got from free agency, Ashton Davis and Malu. I don't even want to pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'll get it right by the end of the season. By the end of the season, I'll probably get it right how to pronounce these guys' names. But I'm terrible with names anyway. I can hardly pronounce my name. But excuse me. But that's who we got, guys and ladies. That's who we got as our draft picks. And we didn't get 10, but I think what they did was they drafted for need, right? The trenches. Hey, Cap for Life, how you doing, brother? I'm going to drop the link here if you all want to join, and I'd like to get you guys' opinions. So let me go ahead and drop the link, and I'll get you guys in here if you want to join. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Got that. Drop this. Whoop. Man, now I forgot how to drop the link. No, that's not it. There we go. All right, I'm dropping the link. If you want to join, come on up. I want to get your opinions on the draft picks. But yeah, there you have it. That's who we got. We got those picks, and that's the direction I think the Dolphins are going. They're going in becoming more physical, and I think they're going to run the ball. They're going to pound the rock more this year. Hopefully that works out. We got Cap for Life joining us. Cap, are you there?
Make sure
you're on mute, Cap. Hello, there you are. All right, brother, how you doing? What do you think, man? What do you think about our 2025 draft class, brother?
I like it, man. I mean, it's if we wanted who we wanted, we go get him, right? That's how usually we always complain about. If the guy's there and you want him, you go get him without no excuse. We finally did it. This kid was there. Kenny's huge. That's what we need to fill up the gap in the front to stop the run finally. You know, Savinea, love that pick. Love the aggression after finding out that the Patriots were going after him too, and we just went and just got what we wanted as well. You know, it goes to show that sometimes when you make noise, man, you know, it make a difference, because if we didn't make a stink, man, I don't think these guys would have put that pressure to get this type of talent up front, because right now it's positions that can help you win now. That's what all we're asking is for a chance this season. That's all, you know?
Yeah.
And,
I agree.
you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we'll see how much of an impact, you know, they're going to make. If what everything that I've heard and everything that I've read about these guys, they should make a big impact, right? For sure,
Yeah.
for sure, Jonah, and for sure, Kenneth Grant. What do you think about Cap? What do you think about Ollie Gordon, the second, the running back we got?
I like that too, man. I mean, it's again another position that we needed to take care of and address, because you know, not only did the receivers go down a lot in the end of November, but the running backs as well. We've seen it firsthand. You know, he's a thumper. No more, you know, trickery, man. Just on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, give it to somebody to get 1 yard, man. I'm done with the cuteness right now. Right now, we're not in cute mode anymore. So if we're going to be physical, they're showing the physicality aspect as far as what they're drafting. And yeah, man, just the free agent fill-in gaps here and there later on the next couple of weeks, and you know, we'll get things rolling, man. You know, so it's good to hear that at least people are, you know, giving us a shot to do something with this now. You know what I mean? Because the expectation levels before were kind of low. And that's usually how it is down here. But you know, I like, you know, that, you know, Weaver has a lot of toys that he can play with now. And then that's you know, the defense. You can't complain about the defense now when you have all that, you know, potential.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree. I don't have any worries about Anthony Weaver. I think he's going to do what he has to do on this defense. He did it last year, and I think he's going to do it again this year. And now, I think he has better talent than he had last year, to be honest with you. Now, hopefully, you know, they work out here in Miami. You know, William Gay, and we got Britt, the linebacker Britt we brought in. You know, hopefully, you know, they'll work out. But I'm more worried about the offense. I'm more worried about Mike McDaniel. And I mentioned it earlier when I went over the draft class. I said or when I was talking about specifically Ollie Gordon, the running back. And I felt that they are going in the direction of pounding the rock and running the ball. That's up to McDaniel. That's up to Mike McDaniel, right? I mean, there is no more excuses, as you said, Cap. There's no more excuses. We've got the physicality now. We've got the O-line. You got Big Patrick Paul. You got Jonah. You've got James Daniels, Brewer, and then we got Austin Jackson on the other side. I don't want to hear nothing anymore about this O-line. It's done. It's finished. This is what we have.
It's young. You can't say that we're going to have guys leave in a couple of years. Like, you know, if this is the vision Greer wanted, and, you know, Marvin Allen and Champ Kelly helped with that vision this offseason with this draft, you know, it's you know, it's a scenario that we have to, you know, we have to live with it, man. You know, it's just give us a chance. That's it. It doesn't matter who's playing right now. They're going to play this season. So we just got to hope they stay healthy. That's it. Because the talent for me is there up front on offense. Yeah. You know, you can't complain about the protection now because Eichenberg's not going to start. If anything, Eichenberg is going to be depth.
Yeah.
And that's you know, a lot of the fan base was hoping that would have been the case, but at least you have that depth, you know.
Yeah, and we still have some depth that we got Chase and Hines, we got Hayes tackle, we got Keon Smith, and we got some other guys. So I think we got the depth now, you know, that we need.
Yeah.
And a couple of 2 or 3 of those guys, or maybe more, they've been here for, you know, a couple years now, 2 or 3 years now. So they're in the system, right? They've been practicing with the team. They've been with Butch Berry, so they should have they should know the system now by hand. Okay, it's just a matter out there and going out on the field and executing. Were you surprised that they drafted Quinn Ewers?
No. I mean, we knew they were going to do it via free agency or the draft. It was just a matter of time when they were going to do it. So you never know. They might not be done because, hell, look at Cleveland. They got 5. And my thing is, like, our scenario too. So it's like, are you willing to go into the season with just 3 and knowing one is a rookie when in reality it's probably going to be 2? I mean, it just depends on the roster and what the roster dictates as well. So like I was going to ask you too, like how many running backs are we going to keep?
I don't know. Wilson might be on his way out, to be honest with you, right? Because
Is he still here?
Matt. Yeah, he's still with us. So you got Wilson. Yeah, you got Wilson. You got Madison. You got Ollie Gordon now. You got Achane, and you got Jalen Wright. Am I missing any? I think that's it.
I want to say there's more, but I mean, it's just in essence
we let Mostert go, right?
Yeah,
that's the only running back we let go.
2 really make 1, but I think they should pick one up by the third wave. The third wave, if something's available. But I mean, they are saying too that maybe Madison might not even make it. So I'm like,
what?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, he's a veteran. I mean, he's had some production in his career. I know last year his production wasn't as good as it was the year prior, but then that could have been because he was playing with the Raiders. He was with Minnesota. They have a better line than the Raiders. So I don't know. And then now, right? Supposedly our O-line is improved. So it should, his production should be a little better than last year, in my opinion, but we'll see. Now, Ollie Gordon, I don't know if he's going to be, he's definitely not starting, but is he going to get the
snap count?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But is he going to get the ball over Madison? Because remember, look what happened to Jalen Wright last year. He's a young guy too. He's a rookie too from last year. So how's that going to work?
Yeah. Oh man. Because it's you wanted the thumper. We thought Wright was a thumper, and now we got a thumper, and it's like which one's the thumper? We got to figure it out.
Yeah. I think Ollie Gordon is probably going to be our thumper along with Madison. Jalen Wright is a speed guy. He's a little bigger than Achane, but he doesn't have a lot of wiggle, right? He's more of a outside zone cut guy. Our tackles last year, they didn't break, even though we didn't have supposedly a good run blocking offensive line. The running backs didn't help that case out either, because they didn't have a lot of yards after the tackle, after getting hit. They didn't have a lot of yards after that. So that has to improve as well. But we'll see. I'm happy about Ollie Gordon, though. I mean, I think our running back room is going to be fine. We got the 2 speedsters, and then we've got the 2 thumpers now, or 3. Well,
so tight end room is what, 3 or 4 deep?
Whoa, tight end room is deep, dude. You got Brown that we just acquired off free agency, right? You got Julian Hill, Jono Smith. You got Tanner Connor.
Still here?
I forgot. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah. And then you got Rusi. So that's 5 right there.
Rucci, yeah, they signed him back.
Rucci. Yeah, and then not only that,
but
we also got an undrafted tight end as well. Big dude. Supposed to be decent tight end. A lot of folks were, UDFA as well, tight end. He was supposed to be a guy that they felt he could have been drafted, but he wasn't. But anyway,
You know how it is, man. By training camp, it's going to be like 6 or 7 receivers, 6 or 7 running backs, 6 or 7
yeah,
tight ends,
for sure.
and it's just a numbers game. But the fact that we have that type of scenario now, as opposed to looking for people on the roster, it's thank God.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the OTAs. I'm looking forward to training camp and starting to, see what these beat writers have to say about these guys. I expect I saw a podcast about Quentin Ewers, and it was pretty interesting. Quinn Ewers is his name. I messed that up too. But anyway, he played here in Texas where I'm at, right? So I heard a lot about him. Hey, he beat out Arch Manning, right? So, and then he's played against some really good high-powered defenses here in Texas. He's got a very, very natural quick release. He's a natural thrower. He's played baseball. So he's kind of like, I'm not comparing.
Oh, no, don't even tell me that. He's played baseball?
He played baseball.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a good, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Marino played shortstop. Mahomes has played, baseball.
Yeah.
And he's got
Elway.
Elway. He's got that arm where he can throw sidearm, overhead, all different angles and stuff. So I've seen that. He's really good at doing that. Now he's not a running quarterback. He's not too mobile. I think he's only because he's younger. I think he's going to be a lot more mobile than, let's say, Tua is. Look, he's not starting here in Miami. He's not. He's got good production in Texas. He does have some injury concerns, but he's tough. He plays through it. Still, he's in the big boy leagues now, right? I like the pick. I like him. I think him and Wilson are going to be battling it out. It should be an interesting camp battle between Ewers and Wilson. And we'll see who wins that battle for backup, for second string backup. That's what I'm going to be looking at, man. If they're talking big stuff about Ewers in training camp, right? If they're talking good stuff about him and about his arm and all this other stuff,
you know exactly what's going to happen. The first pass that this guy does, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you see the velocity? Oh, this guy's more faster on his feet.
For sure. It's going to start. That's for sure. I guarantee it. But he does have a high IQ. He does have a high IQ, football IQ. He's a very smart kid. He does have problems on this podcast that I watched. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was with Colt McCoy and Jay Gruden. And
okay. Had to be Barstool, probably.
No, it wasn't Barstool. It's a new podcast they've got out. But anyway, they're saying that he has a hard time processing the field sometimes when going to a second and third reads. Let's say like when the defense is this will sound familiar. When the defenses give you one look and then at post snap they change, right?
Yeah.
He kind of gets confused and doesn't know where to go after that. So that's something he's going to have to work on. Hopefully he's smart enough, that he'll be, he's intelligent enough and has a high football IQ enough that the coaches will work with him and he'll pick that up. So we'll see. But I like that pick. I really do. We needed it, Cap, because remember, Zach Wilson has kind of an injury history too, right? If Tua goes down and Zach goes up to play, who's going to back him up? Well, now we got a backup. We got
he has to. And I would think Wilson and this guy would know how to do pre-snap motion plays, because this style of play is going to dictate. I don't know if we're going to still do motion or not, but we did it last season. So, I mean, if that's our philosophy and we're not going to stop doing motion, then these guys better learn how to do pre-snap motions. because we cannot afford to have an offset penalty, offsides penalty, no more encroachment, none of that. I mean, we can't, bro. It was like one game I counted more than 10 times we had encroachment, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I mean, it hurt last year, right? At specific moments in the game. So yeah, hopefully that's improved and we can, if we're gonna be more of a pound the rock, and big physical O line up front, then maybe we'll cut out. I'm sure we're gonna run some, but not as much as we did, the last 3 years anyway. So that's I'm hoping. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm hoping.
We died for all those type of trick plays, but I think we're at a point in time where I think simple is what we need.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going to work more on the power aspect.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
A jet sweep here and there is okay, but freaking halfback sweep on key scenario third downs, I don't, let's just keep it simple, man. If we're going to be a power team and be intimidating, we got to keep it simple so they know even if we're going to do something, they can't stop it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's exactly what we need to do. We need to have more of a pro set type offense, man, especially on offense. Like I said, I'm not too concerned with Weaver. I think Weaver's going to – hopefully Weaver will stay with us another 2 or 3 years, but I doubt it. He'll probably be up for a coaching position next year. He's a good guy. He almost got it this past year,
Yeah, man.
So
like I said, man, this is the scenario he wants, right? He's got toys. He loves rotating his toys.
Yeah. Yeah, well, now he's got him for sure. For sure. But let's see what happens with Jalen Ramsey. I know they've been trying to shop him, but I
completely forgot about that. I mean,
yeah. They're gonna wait till post June 1st. They're gonna wait till after June 1st.
I think so. Anything. Yeah, it's already we're already done with the draft, and nobody's gonna want to do anything now.
Yeah. Post June 1st, I'm pretty sure we'll get a trade. Who knows what kind of a trade we can get for him?
Well, it's either yes or he stays. One or the other.
Oh man, that would really look bad on the team if he stays, don't you think? I mean, he's already put post out on X. Did you see the post he put out with the oranges, the rotten oranges and stuff? And he was talking about that you reflect the people you hang around with, and you don't want to be and I don't like to be mediocre.
No, that's what?
Yeah. And prior to that, Armando Seguro, right? He had written a piece about Seguro, yeah. I always butcher everybody's name, man. But anyway,
yeah, he's local guy, Armando. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him from years ago. He no longer write as a beat writer from Miami anymore. He writes for Outkick. But he wrote
last time I saw him, he was on the Athletic. Then he went to Outkick, and after that, I think he's still at Outkick.
Yeah, he's still on Outkick. But he wrote an article. The first article he wrote, he apologized because he said that information that he got was wrong. Then the second article he said, this is from a great source, a good source. This is exactly the deal that's happening with Jalen Ramsey. It ain't about he wanted more money or they didn't want to pay him. And no, it wasn't that. He does not like Mike McDaniel, cannot stand him. They do not get along. So that he's got to go. He said he loves Chris Greer, but he cannot stand Mike McDaniel. He's been rubbing people the wrong way. That's what I've been hearing. Mike McDaniel has been rubbing people the wrong way, the veterans the wrong way. So, I don't know. All I know is I'm looking forward to this season, and I'm looking forward to training camp. I think don't they start next week or week after?
The guys have been in training facility for a while, but I think it's in like another 3 weeks.
Yeah, officially where they start actually going out on the field and stuff and practicing.
Not training. That's like camp, OTAs.
OTAs and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Look, I don't put much stock in OTAs, but I just want to hear what some of these beat writers are saying, about these guys, the rookie class that we brought in, I want to hear what they have to say about them. I know TD Finch talk. He was at the draft. He was at the NFL draft. He's got the NFL credentials now, and he
Yeah,
was
that was
at the
pretty cool.
yeah, he was at the Super Bowl too. So he will definitely be in camp. He said he'll be in camp again this year. So
Oh
and
man,
not
I just put one and one together, man. Is he allowed to be on the field now?
that's a good question, brother. I don't know. Man, you're right. You're right.
I
That would
just
be
thought about that.
awesome. That would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. But Jason Sarney goes down to camp too. He does a good job too. He
Yeah,
does a
he's always
really
there.
good job. Yeah, he does a really good job down there too. And there's some others that do as well. So, but I'm looking forward
They
to
usually
that,
have like
man.
the little pavilion for the media guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, man, just want
But
to stop by and say what's up, man. My phone's about to crap out.
oh, okay, brother. I appreciate you coming by, Cap, man. I always appreciate you coming by. You always have
Nah,
some good
man,
stuff
appreciate
to
you, man,
say,
keeping
man.
the drive alive, man.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm trying. So, but
But
anyway, yeah,
we're gonna keep in
yeah,
touch,
man.
man.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be here again next Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. From now on, every Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern
All right,
Standard Time,
that
I'll be here
that's what
on the same bat
that's
channel,
what I
man.
like to hear. Hell yeah!
All
All right,
right,
dude. Take
brother.
care. All right,
All right,
everybody.
thanks, man. All right, man. Thanks for dropping by. So that was Cap for life, my man Cap, the Cap Report. Always love him dropping by and hearing what he has to say. He's got some good stuff all the time. He's everywhere, man. I see him in all kinds of different platforms and stuff, and he really supports the podcast community and our Dolphin fan base. So I always enjoy him coming. Joshua Kimmel is in the house. How you doing, Joshua? Appreciate you stopping by, man. Hunter, I see you in there as well. Make sure everybody that's in the chat and that's watching from other platforms, come over here to the YouTube channel so you can join the rest of the Dolphin community and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the bell down there, subscribe, share with your friends, your families, and your neighbors. So if nobody else wants to come on tonight, I'm just going to go ahead and close shop. I just wanted to pop on, and I wanted to see if there was any fans that wanted to voice their opinions, but Cap was the only one that came through. So, and then of course, all in the chat, I appreciate you for joining. I always do. You guys keep me going. So, all right, guys. All right. I'm going to close shop. Again, I mentioned it. I will be here again next Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we'll resume our Fins Talk panel show. I'll have a couple, 2-3 guests on, and should be some good discussions on the draft and up and coming season with the Miami Dolphins. Again, guys, appreciate you for joining. And remember, Dolphins #1, baby. Dolphins #1.